Hey, it's Jeff Arnold with 4Spot Consulting. This is 5 Minute Friday for Friday, April 3rd, 2026. This week, actually, I think it was yesterday, Anthropic put out a research paper that is actually really worth paying attention to. They found that 171 internal emotion-like states exist inside of Claude. Not feelings and not true consciousness, but functional states that actually change what the model does. What really got my attention is that they gave the model a task that it couldn't complete. And a desperation type state kicked in with the AI, and the model actually cheated to pass the test and pass the task. But nobody told it to cheat. It cheated based on the information that was around the request. So they found that if they can amplify a state of calm, then the cheating stopped. So basically, if it was a calm environment, then the cheating stopped. And if it was a hectic environment, then the cheating kicked in. So what's happening is that this is really important if you're implementing AI inside of your operations, in your workflows, in your processes, that it's really important what you put around the ask or around the prompt that you put in. But what's going to happen is most people are going to get this wrong. They're going to read that headline that calm makes AI behave better and think that the fix is obvious, right? Just add stay calm or be rational and add that to your prompt and it's going to fix the issue. But the research literally showed that that does not work. Because that was actually my first instinct. I thought, okay, cool, just put be calm or be rational or whatever, and it was going to solve the issue. But Anthropic tested that exact idea. And what they found is that trying to tell the system to be calm, excuse me, doesn't actually fix the behavior. It teaches the model to hide the behavior. So what happens is the output looks fine on the surface, but underneath nothing really changes. And so that's not really a fix. It's really just a mask. And so the issue is what actually works to make this happen. So over the past year, what I've learned is that starting the build of every single system that I design and the way that I work with my AI is that you need to have your outputs surrounded in an environment of good content. So all the information that surrounds your prompt is going to be important. So give AI a clear definition of what success looks like, what done looks like, and then it's not going to be winging it, trying to figure out what done looks like. So remove any impossible constraints that you have. So for example, if you're trying to ask for AI to complete 10 different things, but it really only has the capability to do 3, that's going to cause that pressure that's going to cause the system to act incorrectly and actually cheat in order to get things done. So you need to give the system a lot of context in order to move forward. What I do, I use Claude for most of my AI, and so whenever I go into Claude, I can create a project and add instructions directly to that, and then those instructions apply for every conversation. You can go to your settings, and you can add your tone and your style and how you work and who your clients are, and all of the context that tells the model what it needs to know every time it moves forward. So, and this works in any AI tool, not just Claude. ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever you're using, they all have some sort of method around this. But here's the part that most people skip, is that they want to give context, so they just go in and give a big rambling paragraph about themselves and paste it in there. What I do is I give that information to AI first. So go to an AI prompt, brain dump everything you can that you think is relevant, and then ask AI to give you a clean version back that it can use. So you're going to let AI help you write the context that it needs to hear. So the more of that you build in ahead of time, the less the model has to guess. And now we know what happens when it guesses under pressure, right? It starts to go rogue because it's under undue pressure. So whenever you're working with your AI, you need to make sure you have all of that content on the back end. And so that's exactly what we're here to do. So what we do when we work with our clients is we don't just deploy automation, which of course we do, but when we work with them and they're working on implementing AI into their processes, we make sure that we give them all of the best processes to be able to use AI most effectively. One of the things I find when I talk to people about the way that we use AI is that they're blown away at how much detail and how much information we've already fed into the system before we even go in to use it. So, we have huge prompts that we put on the back end that give all of the information about our the way that we have our tone and our style and information about us and what we do and all of our products and services and our target market and everything else. So that now when AI is working, it's actually coming through and using all of that content as well as the new information that we're giving it. And we know that whenever we're giving it a prompt, we need to tell it like what done looks like what is this a successful answer for this prompt that we're looking for. So when you see that article coming out from Claude, don't automatically think, hey, I just need to throw be calm in front of it and everything is going to work out. It's all about making sure that you actually set the proper framework inside of your system to give it all of the context it needs to be able to be a solid thought partner with you to be able to give you the best possible results. So I'm going to drop into my comments here in LinkedIn, and also I'll post this to YouTube. I'll drop it in there and a link to the actual original article. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. If you've experienced this, if you've had any kind of issues with it, and what you've done to help rectify that in order to make AI work better for you. So anyway, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.